What's going on, gang? It's been a while, man. It's been a while. I'm gonna try to keep it brief and short as possible, man. It's been the same message for the last 20 years, at least coming from me. You know, I'm not saying others not talking about it, but they now have a title for it, man. It's become real popular. You guys may have heard of it, man. It's called Black Fatigue. Black Fatigue. A lot of what we think are part of the culture and a lot of this nonsense, ratchetness, and low-life stuff we do to ourselves, it's a misrepresentation. You know, and if this is by design, because many of you, some people just not going to take no accountability, and I'm not finna act like the system is not like racially biased and designed to, be an obstacle and make it rough for certain people. Like, yeah, it's some truth to that. But this is what I will say. If it's by design and we smart enough to know that, it's certain things that count against us and things that go against us, then we have to be smart enough to do better, man, because I got to tell you, man, just this past weekend, April the 4th, 2 days ago, was 404 Day here in Atlanta, right? That's the area code, the originals, a lot of the Grady babies, ATLians, you know what I'm saying, represent that 404, baby, you know what I'm saying? And so we just had 404 Day, April the 4th, right? And, every year, I noticed it get worse and worse, you know what I'm saying? And so, you had a lot of, youngins out, invited out, after dark, to, a free event out at Piedmont Park, one of our nicer parks, you know what I'm saying, in the city of Atlanta. I'm from the east side, so, I'm born in Atlanta, but y'all get what I'm saying when it comes to Atlanta metro area. When it comes to Atlanta metro area, that's one of the nicer parks, you know what I'm saying? And one of the big boy parks, Piedmont. And so, you got a bunch of teenagers out there. Somebody started licking shots, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, young lady got hit in the shoulder with a stray, and a 16-year-old lost their life. And I'm certain that 16-year-old girl didn't have anything to do with what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Wrong place, wrong time. Or some people say, hey, look, it was just destiny, you know what I'm saying? However, somebody's daughter won't be making it back home, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a parent. I got 2 daughters and a son, you know what I'm saying? So, these conversations have to be had, man. These conversations have to be had, man. Now, again, when it comes to black fatigue, a lot of people, they don't think you're supposed to speak up about what anytime. That's something I noticed. Whenever you speak up about what's going on in the black community and try to hold your people accountable, you bougie. You just supposed to. It's almost like when election day come around. If you don't vote Democrat, you ain't black. Black people supposed to vote Democrat, and it's like, it's like a cult. It's like a cult, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing what we want you to do, then you ain't, you're not black. So a lot of times when you speak on the issues that happen in our communities, neighborhoods, communities, cities, then it's like, people feel some type of way, like you weren't supposed to say anything. For you to say anything, it's like you going against us. We all supposed to play victim. Man, playing victim, man, that's a crutch. That's a crutch. That's going to hinder us. That's going to enable many of us. You know what I'm saying? But, to you lousy parents, man, it's a lot of, half-ass parents out here, man. We got to talk about it. A lot of half parents out here, just because you done pushed out a baby, that don't make you no mother. You know what I'm saying? Or biologically, you know what I'm saying? But that don't mean you're a good mother. Let me say it that way. That don't make you a good mother just because you birthed a child. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times, you go and pick these boyfriends or undeveloped doggone men. You know what I'm saying? Give them the highest doggone honor you can give a man, a child. And then once doggone the guy don't dance to your music, or he's not the one that you want him to be, then you later resent the guy. And then now you create a broken home, and nah, man, it's too much of that going on, man. And then, like I say, whenever you talk about it, women don't want to be held accountable for the men that they pick. Many of y'all know better, man. Y'all know better. Y'all know better. You know what I'm saying? It's just, man, like I say, it's enough blame to go around. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying guys shouldn't be held accountable, but at the end of the day, if you in control of your body and you get to pick and choose who you have a baby with, then, you know, you got to be held accountable for the decisions you making and the guy that you choose. But yeah, man, we're misrepresented people, man. It's like, let's just go back to this whole system, okay? Let's just say it's by design, all right? For argument's sake, all right? Let's say it's by design. You mean to tell me that they basically use their media to create the narrative? And many of us, like I say, we see that. We see that, okay? The media is being controlled, and they, you know, and the media create the narrative. So, knowing that, you still gonna fall in the trap? Come on, man. This is where you step your game up. It's more of us than them. And then not just that, many of us owning up to the stereotype. The stigma that's placed on us, like we living up to the stereotype. So it goes back to, you know, what happens in the household, parenting. And to go deeper, you know, to the root, the, you know, like the base, like the seed, it's the choices that people make. You know, if you're not educated and you're not knowledgeable on what's going on, then, you know, you can't make the best decision. And then it's hard for anybody to tell you anything, because once somebody starts talking sense, now all of a sudden you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. Nobody can't tell you nothing. But yeah, man, we got some work to put in, man. And like I say, if you grown, if you 21 and older, like I say, man, we all got work to put in, man. All that blame game and pointing the finger, oh, you know, like, we got work to put in. When I say we got work to put in, meaning if you are a mature adult, you have to lead by an example. You got to lead by an example, man. You got to, you know what I'm saying? When I say lead by example, meaning respecting your fellow man, respecting, you know, the women, raising the children, you know, speaking up, you know what I'm saying? Teaching them better, being a male mentor, you know what I'm saying? Women, you know, take the young ladies up under your belt, you know what I mean? Explain to them, you know, the beauty in saving themselves, you know what I'm saying? And not just passing themselves around, man, and self-love, you know, taking care of the body, making great decisions, and you know, again, making great decisions, and understanding the beauty of holy matrimony, the vetting process, you know, courtship, you know, the beauty in having a mother and a father, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, like, you got to be a full-time parent out here, man. Not, okay, I'm going to send my child to an institution. The teacher's supposed to do it all. Now, truth be told, it take a village to raise a child. Like, you know what I'm saying? The child, you know, just can't be around the mother and the father. But, you know, if you're going to be out in the community, yeah, man, you're going to take doggone the neighbors, you know what I'm saying? You know, Betty Ann, you know, what them old school names. But it's going to take your neighbors. It's going to take the community. You know what I'm saying? It's going to, you know, it's going to take that village, you know what I'm saying, to help mold that child. But then you got to have a trustworthy village/circle, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, these conversations have to be had. And the solution that I would offer and recommend is leading by example, man, and not buying into that stereotype, man. The whole world is watching us. One minute we go from kings and queens to N-words and B-words, you know what I'm saying? And then, oh yeah, we come from greatness. We the oldest race on the planet. We come from greatness. Act like it. The whole world is watching us, copying us, and following us. We ain't setting the best example. We ain't setting the best example right now. You know what I'm saying? If we the kings and queens we say we are. Like I say, man, more of us gotta have these conversations. We gotta highlight it. We gotta call this stuff out, because we being misrepresented, man. When I say we being misrepresented, again, let's just say if the system say, you know what? We gonna pick the low class. And when I say low class, meaning to have a capitalistic society, somebody has to be at the bottom. Somebody got to be at the bottom. Somebody have to be at the bottom to have a capitalistic society, right? To do the stuff that the others don't want to do. Whether that's the blacks or whether that's the Mexicans. Nonetheless, it's opportunity. Whereas in certain third world countries, they don't have the opportunity to go from ashy to classy. And when I say from ashy to classy, here in the most powerful nation in the world, you liable to win $500 to thousands of dollars off of a cash 3 or a scratch off. You can win 500 off of a scratch off and have a come up. You know what I'm saying? A cash 3 or a fantasy 5. Like in other third world countries, they don't have those opportunities. Once they born to be poor, they it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or even dealing with communism. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is, let's just say they say, you know what, we're gonna pick the low class, the worst of the worst, to represent them, and put this stigma on them. You don't have to live up to the stereotype. You don't have to fit the stigma. You understand what I'm saying? So this is where parenting come in. This is where OG and big homie big homies come in and say, you know what, man, look, man, let's get these folks the game, man. Like you know what I'm saying? And this individualism, every man for himself. I'm gonna tell you right now, if that's the time that we're gonna be on as a people, we're gonna self-destruct. You're not gonna make it. Listen, by nature, you're not designed to be that. By nature, you're social creatures. All right, so individualism, that's not gonna work. There's 6 feet of separation and doggone contactless curb sight and all of that stuff they pushing for individualism and riding in a car that a machine is driving, you the only one in it. Listen, that right there, we're gonna self-destruct. It ain't nowhere around it. It ain't nowhere around it. It ain't nowhere around it. Nature is not meant and intended for it to be that way. We are social creatures, right? Hunters, gatherers, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, if the media is creating a narrative and they say we're gonna pick the lowest of the low and we're gonna give them record deals, let's find all of the ratchet females who gonna walk around half naked, get fake butt shots and with fake butts and butt shots and fake breasts and weave and blonde weave to imitate and not love themselves. All of that falls up under the black fatigue, man. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I'm gonna wear hair that look like the doggone oppressor. I'm gonna wear a face full of makeup. I'm gonna get fake breasts. I'm gonna get fake boobs. I don't want to look like how I'm naturally created. Self-love. We've gotten away from it. We got to teach that. We got to preach that. We got to practice that. You know what I'm saying? And then some will say, hey, they ain't outside the right race of self-hate. I mean, many can argue that, but at the end of the day, this is what I would tell you. When it comes down to good and bad, listen, if you over the age of 15, 21, 25, you should now be able to say, I've been living enough to know that you got good and you got bad out here. You got good out here and you got bad out here, whether it's white, black, brown, yellow, red, you know what I'm saying? Male, female, you got good and bad. And that's what it boils down to. So if you trapped in colorism, that's a whole nother beast. Because at the end of the day, let's just say, okay, I'm for black. Look at what the blacks doing amongst the blacks. Evil is evil. Hatred is hatred. So do you want the white man to hang you or do you want the black man to hang you? Either way it go, you get hung. Do you want the white girl to play you or do you want the black girl to play you? Either way it go, you'll get played. Do you want doggone the police to shoot at you or you want the gangsters and thugs down the street, little Tyrone, them to shoot at you and do dirt them? Either way it go, you getting shot at. You understand what I'm saying? So like now, man, people mistaking racism with classism. And that's a whole nother story. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to tell you, man, this boils down to love versus hate, good versus evil. This is what it comes down to, man. So like I say, Stevie Wonder got a song that I like. I really like. I forgot the name of the movie. It's on that soundtrack, but the name of the song is Misrepresented People. And for the last 30, 40 years, I want to say 50 plus years, man, we've been a misrepresented people. I'm positive it's been 50 plus years. We've been a misrepresented people. We've been a misrepresented people. You know, we just been going down this landslide. And so for the ones who have good in their heart, for the ones who still have that fight in them, you got to highlight it. We got to call this out. You know what I'm saying? We got to call out these doggone half behind parents that's out here doing a crappy job, pushing their responsibility off onto the system and to the state, which is massa. That's another name for massa whenever you hear the state. You know what I'm saying? You know, in these institutions, you know what I'm saying? They supposed to do this, they supposed to do this, and everybody passing off their responsibility. A lot of people don't want to take accountability for their decisions and their actions, you know what I'm saying? And so all of this go against us. But at the end of the day, I'm going to leave off on this note and say you got good black folks, you got bad black folks. You got good white folk, you got bad white folk. You got good Asian folks, you got bad Asian folks. You got good Hispanic / Spanish brown people, and you got bad. You know, and that go for every race, ethnicity, you know what I'm saying? That walk this planet. You got good versus evil. That's the duality in which we live, right? So you have to pick and choose now. You got to pick and choose, but don't get caught up in colorism. Don't get caught up in this racism when and a lot of time it's classism. I mean, let me say this real quick. When you look in the black community, don't you know black folks doggone drive doggone BMWs, Mercedes Benzes, and foreign cars, and I mean not exotic, but they drive more luxury cars twice as much as the whites, and whites have twice as much as the wealth. More black folks in this country drive Mercedes Benzes and BMWs far more than whites, and whites have twice as much wealth. What does that tell you? People want to show off and say, this is a token of my prowess. I made it. Where do blacks get all this Gucci, Louis, and Burberry, and Fendi, and Tom Ford, and Louis Vuitton, and all of these fancy names? Are they all stealing? Where they getting this from? So we keep on talking about we poor and we ain't got nothing and our communities is lacking. We got a 2.2 trillion spending power. What do you mean we don't have nothing in the most powerful nation in the doggone world right now? The US of A. We are a nation within a nation. Just the black folks in the United States alone outnumber the whole entire country of Ghana. The black folks in the United States alone outnumber the whole doggone country of Canada. We are a nation within a nation. Man, we ain't got no more excuses, man. Like I said, last but not least, my people suffer from a lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Book of Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. Not just that. God chosen people are murmurers. They talk about what they don't have and what they don't got. It's really don't have, you know what I'm saying? But they talk about what they don't got. They don't look at what I do have. This is what I need. They looking at their wants and what I don't have. And a lot of complaining and murmuring is going on. So you got to make better decisions. You got to equip yourself. You got to have the right knowledge, not just education, but right knowledge. Applied knowledge is power. And so these conversations have to be had. But when it comes down to black fatigue, I got to tell you, man, it ain't just doggone other races who tired of seeing this mess that we doggone engaging in. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, it's like they, you know, if it's by design and the media decide to say we're going to highlight their dysfunction and we're going to get the lowest of the low. We're going to get them to rap these songs and we only going to sign and give the deals to the ones who pushing poison and doggone preaching doggone genocide. It seems like those are the ones who getting the record deals. And so how can you be a respectable corporation, you know what I'm saying, when you sign the nonsense, you know what I'm saying? And you pushing it. You know, same thing with these TV shows, you know what I mean? And some people look and say it's an opportunity to make some money. I mean, all money ain't good money. You're doing more harm than good. Look at all of these reality shows. Fight, fight, fight. Poison, poison, poison. Do harm, and it goes against the community. I mean, I don't know which one worse, man. Like, it makes you think about it. Like, was racism and what we dealt with during Jim Crow days worse than doggone what we're doing to ourselves through these TV shows and this rap and all of this poison? Like, which one is worse? Just think about it. I'm not saying make a decision, just think about it. Don't just be so quick to react and to just get in your feelings. That's another thing. Emotionally immature. You can't even have the conversations a lot of time. And I can sit here and talk about this all day. I can sit and talk about this for days, man. It's like we have to do better as a people, as humans on this planet, especially as a race. Because like I say, it's nothing wrong with being proud to be born who you are. You know what I mean? You know, I'm proud to be born who I am. And I'm going to die, you know, a black man, you know, African-American, black man, Moorish, Hebrew. You know, which one are, you know, like, which one are you? Jamaican, Haitian, you know what I'm saying? Israelite, you know, indigenous, you know, which one, you know? So, but nah, man, I know you know, I talked about a lot. But again, guys, it's up for you to decide. But again, when it comes to black fatigue, man, this ain't it, man. This ain't it. We are misrepresented people. That's look, I don't condone, I don't approve. And like I say, you know, I want to say this too. If my children ever watch this, like I say, I'm proud of you guys. I love the decisions you're making. I love how you respect your mom and myself, your father. Thanks for listening. Like I say, mannerism, respect, ethics, dignity, responsibility, accountability. You've been taught all of these things, and right now you're executing. And I had too many proud father moments, you know. But I'm proud of you guys. You guys give this Gen Z and alpha generation a lot of hope. And so like I say, may God be with you in the future, and that you make great decisions, and that you find, you know, husbands. And my son, you find you a nice, respectable wife. And like I say, you've been given the blueprint, and as long as I'm around, like I say, I'm here for you, financially, mental, you know, protect you physically. I'm here, you know what I mean? So again, man, I'm gonna leave off on that note, but black fatigue, man, is a real thing. It's a real thing, and we got to do better as a people. We have to do better as a race. And remember what I said: don't get caught up in colorism. You got evil on all sides, and you have love, and you have good. You have positivity. So positive folks rock out with the positive folks. Good people rock out with the good people, and we have a responsibility. So, yeah, don't get caught up in colorism. And again, do your homework and know the difference between classism and racism. That's my time. Over and out.